Good morning, everyone. It's early, about 8:30 Sunday, and I am suffering with allergies. Terrible. I was up most of the night, coughing, not coughing anything up, just bad coughing fits and sneezing and itchy eyes, and my face has swelled. And I wasn't really outside that much yesterday. So I've decided that I'm not going to go to church this morning because of these coughing fits, you know. It's not a cold, it is allergies. But the thing with me is with the spinal cord disease and brainstem disease, when I get those coughing fits, it throws my spinal cord into spasms, and it really aggravates the brainstem problem. So after a while, I just can't keep my head up. I have to lay down quite a bit. And so I'm only out right now because I had to go buy tissues. I ran out of tissues. And I'm just about out of these wipes that I keep in the car. And so I just ran to CVS, which is right down the road from where I live. I had some CVS care credit, so I didn't go to CVS yet. I'm gonna be going there, and I'm gonna use my my care credit. Sorry. Anyway, and then I'll make some hot herbal tea, soothe down this aggravating allergy cough. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. I'm just, I guess, telling you why I'm out. Let me tell you, crochet class yesterday with Kristen was awesome. If you didn't go see the short that I made of her hands just crocheting like she's been, crocheting for years, please go check that out and leave a comment for her. I did show her the comments that everyone left from the picture I posted of last week of her coaster, and she was just so thrilled to read all those comments. And let's see, I posted this morning some pictures on my community tab of what we made yesterday. I've told you she goes online and looks at all different things all during the week, and then she'll send me pictures of things. I'd like to learn this. I'd like to learn this. So yesterday she had, I tried to explain it in my post, writing it, but it was a lot to write, and you probably got bored reading it all, and I hope you did read it, but I can understand if people didn't read that whole post, so I'll try to tell you. You know that she has an Etsy shop where she makes wooden buttons, wooden tags. She also does acrylic things. I don't know how it works. She doesn't use a Cricut. She has a laser. And so she does all the wordage, all these cute little puns and designs. And so she made these squares, wooden squares, 13 by 13. They have 13 holes all on each side, evenly spaced. And that's the bottom of these baskets. And she had put some different puns on them. She had several different ones, and she picked one for her and one for me to do yesterday, so I could be working on one to teach her how to do it. And she had bought this very expensive macrame cotton. She told me how much it cost. I told her, why did you do that? Joann's sells t-shirt yarn, and they sell another kind of cotton that is for making baskets and things. Well, she said that she got online looking, and she liked the colors of these two that she bought. That's why. And anyway, we went around the bottom of it with a smaller hook to get into the holes, and did single crochet all the way around, then switched to a bigger hook and used stitch markers, which she also makes, by the way, and just went around all the way single crochet until we were at the height that she wanted. Now, she just wanted these baskets to display the bottoms and the button. in her photos for her Etsy shop. At first I said to her, why do you want the wordage? Why do the bottoms even have wordage? If you put things in these baskets, who's going to see that cute little saying? Well, then she explained to me, the point is, you know, you make the basket, you gift it to someone, put whatever you want in it, and then as they're taking things out, using it all up, at the bottom they see the little message. Now, isn't that brilliant? I don't know if she thought that part up or if she saw that, whatever. That doesn't matter. She is making up her own little different sayings, and that was just so fun. And then we made handles because, well, that's the one she made. The one that I was making, she just wanted me to make the height and no handles because she wanted to lay it on its side, as you can see in one of those pictures, to show the wordage. I think she's going to add handles to it now that she got her photos done for her Etsy. But it was so fun, and I'll tell you what, I really need to right away. It won't be today because of how I'm feeling with these allergies, but this week I have to get the gloves, and I'm thinking about the copper ones because of course that macrame cotton, you know, it's a little more challenging to work with than like with acrylic and regular dishcloth cotton, but I want to make myself a basket. I want to make my friend back home a basket as a gift. I want to make one to try to put in my website to sell, and I've been thinking of all different kinds of sayings, and yeah, so my hand is very swollen today, and this bone, oh boy, it hurts. But you know what? My hand would be hurting and swelled even if I didn't work with that macrame cotton. Just if I had been crocheting, it would have, because that's where the x-rays have showed the rheumatoid arthritis starting. So I'm gonna look into getting you know, those gloves. Oh, my bone just cracked this week. Let me tell you. Oh, confession. That's what I put in the title. Confession. You know how I did that scenic video chit chat right before I went to meet with Kristen? Well, I showed it to her, and she was listening to it and reading comments, and she started laughing because I mentioned in that video that when I reach 900 subscribers, which I'm 3 away, just 3 away, everybody, I said in that video that I'll be doing a giveaway, and now if I could show you that I'm the only car parked in this whole part of the parking lot, and yet all these cars are coming from every direction, and they're not parking, they're just like circling me. I'm like blood to sharks when I get in a parking lot. And I mentioned in that video there will be something included in the giveaway from Kristen, which there will be. The funny thing is, when I made that video, that just came out of my mouth. I had not even talked to Kristen about it yet. She had no problem with it. She thought it was funny, and yes, she's willing to include something in the giveaway. She was talking about different things yesterday, and how does the giveaway work? How much time do I have? And all this. And so I explained to her that, well, even if I reach 900, I was talking about yesterday was when was my goal to reach it while I was out in crochet class. So I said to her, if I reach 900 today, I will not be doing a giveaway today, because what I've learned is, here comes another one. What I've learned, did you see that shark go by? Is that sometimes YouTube, if they see your channel growing real quick, here comes another, then they come in and they take some people away. So I told her, like Granny D says, and I told her who Granny D is, it's good to have, you know, some extra for some cushion. So I told her I will be so happy when I reach 900, but I will wait until I have like maybe 905 or 908 that I see that are staying there for a few days before I draw any names from the comments. So I was explaining all that to her. But I don't want to keep talking about the giveaway in videos. I'm just throwing this nugget in the middle of this video that I had mentioned there'll be something from her before I had even asked her, which I figured she'd be okay with because she's so excited about crochet, and she just thinks that it's so wonderful that with all the bad things that are on social media, all of the platforms, that there's a wonderful crochet community that I'm a part of, and she is a part of through me. She's not interested in having a YouTube channel. She doesn't even do Facebook. She doesn't do Instagram, Twitter, none of that stuff. She just has her Etsy shop, but she is all for, you know, supporting this way, which is fine. Everyone has to do what they feel is right. I'm not interested in Instagram or Twitter. Hey, I have enough with this YouTube, and you know, I'm not even 100% dedicated to it. I just make videos. It's all for fun for me. So let me tell you some more that happened. We are sitting there and crocheting and talking, and I had brought a baby blanket that I had made, I think last year, out of that Jamie baby sports weight yarn, which you cannot buy anymore. And it's done in baby colors, but yet they're not pastel, but you got yellow and mint green, and I may have shown it, I don't know. Again, shame on me for not updating my website. But anyway, I brought that blanket to show her, and she thought it was so nice. Did you change colors all the time? I said, yeah, when I got so many rows and wanted to change, I changed. It has no rhyme or reason to it. I just did it as I was going along. And she was looking at it, and then we folded it, and I had it on top of my craft bag, but I needed to get in my craft bag. And so we're talking, and I told her, I'm just going to casually drape this baby blanket, you know, over my craft bag onto the table. We had wiped down the table. We both bring wipes. We're both kind of germaphobes. She works in the medical field, and I used to, so we're pretty much aware. Anyway, well, my baby blanket was just casually draped over so people could notice. And a lady came in and sat down next to us, and I could see her looking over, so I turned to her and I said, "Good morning." She said, "Good morning." And she said, "That's a beautiful baby blanket." I said, "Oh, thank you." And Kristen told her that I had made it. I said, "Yeah, I made it, and I brought it to show my friend here." And I said, I need to get it measured and posted on my website because it's for sale. Hint, hint. And she was asking what we were making, so we told her, and she said that her church has a crochet class on Saturdays, and she had missed yesterday because she came out to where we were to meet up with a friend of hers that was coming out from Dallas. So we got talking with her, and she's a very nice lady from Jamaica, and I gave her a business card of my website. I said, you don't have to shop, just be nosy and look around, and I'll be updating it. And I only mentioned that she's from Jamaica because later on we got talking again, and she was telling us about how well she cooks and how before the pandemic she had a catering company. Very nice lady. So a little shortly after, her friend came in and sat with her, and they were talking. Then her friend looked over and commented on the baby blanket and asked if she could look at it. So I handed it over to her, and she was holding it up and looking at it. And I mentioned the same thing, that I need to get it measured and put on my website. Now, why is that SUV parked like that? And let's see. So then we got talking, and I gave her a business card, and then they took pictures of the flyer that Kristen had made me of my crochet class. Of course, the lady from Dallas wouldn't travel up here for that. And I don't know about the other lady, but they have all the contact information. Very nice people. They went on with their conversation. We went on with ours. But at one point, some of us overheard the other talking about something and commented. So that started a whole nother conversation with them. Very nice ladies. Then after a while, they left to go get lunch. Well, this older man and younger man came in together, and they ordered their coffees, and I think one had a sandwich, and they were sitting behind Kristen, so they could only see what I was doing. And I got my head down crocheting, and she's busy. All of a sudden, the older man comes over to us and says, "Excuse me, could I suggest that the two of you bring this craft up to the House of Representative," I think he said, attention, because it would be far better for them to learn this than be sitting up there arguing about what bills to pass. I'm not very political. I really don't follow any of it. It just confuses me, so I really don't know what he meant, but he kind of had a great sense of humor. Then he just said, "I enjoy, seeing this. It brings people together." A very nice man. He went down and sat down with the young man he had come in with, and Chris and I are busy again, and then when they had finished, they got up to leave, and the older man had left, and the younger man was throwing away his trash, and he comes over to us. I think probably he must be 19 or 20, maybe even 21. Very nice, polite young man. Said, "Excuse me, is this what you're doing called crochet?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, I am so interested in learning how to crochet. He said he had heard or read about the benefits of it, and he mentioned some things he had heard or read about crochet. And so Kristen told him, about me being her teacher, and he took a picture of my flyer, and I gave him a business card. I said, "My business card doesn't mention anything about the crochet classes, but it will show you some things that I've made, and so look around, and I'll be updating it." Well, he says that he wants to learn how to crochet. He knows how to sew, but not crochet. And he says, "I have a favorite," he went like this, "a favorite pair of gloves that got a hole in them. He went like this, "and I do not know how to repair it." And so Kristen says, "Well, are they knitted or crocheted?" He said, "I don't know, and I don't know if they're made out of wool or another kind of yarn. I know nothing about it, but I just so want to learn how to repair my gloves." So before I could get a word out of my mouth, Kristen says, "Oh, he can fix them for you or show you how to fix them." I really don't know if I can, because I don't know what his gloves are. But what I told him was, get in contact with me, and we'll find a time, and bring your gloves, and I'll see what it's all about. And if we can't fix them, I can teach you how to crochet a new pair of fingerless gloves. I think that's what his are. Well, Kristen asked him, "Do you live here in Wiley?" and told him about what the flyer said about where I'm supposed to be having these crochet classes, which I've not been at that space because I've put out a couple flyers and no one has contacted me to say, ask questions or anything. And so we've been meeting at another place. And Kristen said, "Well, do you think that we should show up at where the flyer says in case someone is there?" And I said, "I haven't felt like it, because I felt like if someone would show up there and I wasn't there, my phone number and everything is on that flyer, they'd contact me." See, the other place is the library lobby, and those chairs are just so uncomfortable. Although we did find out about another place in the library that we could use. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. And so Kristen was asking, you from Wiley, do you go to Wiley High? Wiley has 2 high schools that I know of. They may have 3, but I know they have 2. Anyway, he come to find out, he went to school with one of Kristen's sons. They were both on track together. So isn't that neat? And I mean, he was so sincere and so passionate about his beloved gloves and passionate about wanting to learn crochet. I really feel like he will get in touch, and that will just be awesome. Just awesome. And so now I know, and I'm not gonna talk a lot about this, but I have mentioned it before, that I got told off by somebody because I have a website, and I mentioned that I have a website, and Kristen was so kind enough to make me business cards and also make me flyers, and how when I'm out at places I get talking with people and I'll talk about crochet, and I don't always mention the website. It is how I met Kristen, as you know, in Michael's looking at yarn, and that's how started up teaching this crochet again. I used to teach crochet classes here in town, I told you, about 9 years ago, so it is wonderful to be able to be teaching again. And I did get told off by someone about it in comments, and the person, they didn't just let it rest with, the in the comments. The person has a channel that I used to be subscribed to, but I had left for another reason. But the person addressed, now they didn't call my name out, but they discussed the topic of, I forgot how it came about, but it was like how it's wrong. It's just so wrong to be promoting yourself. This person is older, comes from a different generation, and was taught that it's wrong to blow your own horn. And went on and on and on. Again, did not call me by name, but mentioned. I really felt like the video was directed towards me because the person made the comment of how some people will be in a store and will just come right out talking about, oh, I crochet or knit and I have a website. That's not how I do. And anyone that knows me in person and that's been with me in a store, like Jamie from Jamie's Hooked, knows I do not approach people that way at all. I just make friendly conversation. If they're looking at yarns, I'll just say, could I ask what you're making? Do you knit? Do you crochet? And that's just how things start. And I don't always mention, oh, I have a website. No, I'm not pushy. And I don't think that it's wrong. Now, if you're pushy and abrasive, I guess the word is, that would turn anyone off. But I don't think it's wrong to market yourself, to promote yourself. I don't think it's wrong at all. And so this person that kind of attacked me also makes things and sells them, and has gone through a period of having a hard time to sell things. Well, I wonder why. You can't leave it up to other people to put your stuff out there. You have to take the big step yourself and then network with people. It's all about networking. Kristen is, I'm encouraging her, she's encouraging me. There's people that I'm connected with through the YouTube channels that I encourage, they encourage me. It's all about networking. It's not about jealousy. That is where ugliness comes in, where people start attacking each other. And I don't feed into that in my real life outside of YouTube. I don't. And I sure would not spend my time and energy getting involved with it on YouTube with people that I don't know. I only know just not even a handful of people from YouTube in person. A lot of people live in other states, even in other countries. I would not waste my time or energy getting involved in any kind of mess. I try really to be a peacemaker. I really do. And those that have watched all of my videos talking about different things, I hope that you recognize that about me. I try to be a peacemaker. I don't want to get involved in any kind of mess. And I just want to kind of stand up for myself and for other people that work very hard on your crochet or your knitting or whatever you do. It is work. And then to get it out there, it's work. And so I just want to stand up for me and for all of you. Don't let people try to put you down and make you feel bad. If you're promoting yourself, it's not a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing. And it helps to make connections. And so that's all I'm going to say about that. And, you know, the Bible says that jealousy is as cruel as the grave. You get yourself a jealous thought, a jealous attitude, a jealous spirit, and things pertaining to how you feel start coming out of your mouth like that, directed towards people, you will not prosper. You won't. God won't allow you to. So that's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to get to CVS to get me some tissue, Kleenex, and get home and make me a nice hot cup of herbal tea with some fresh squeezed lemon. And I'm going to rest this congested head. Thank you for putting up with me. And only 3 more family members away. Okay, the video is going to cut off. Have a good day.